Hello students, this video I will discuss about the structure, about the different events of meiosis and the parts, means the types of meiosis. Already in first video about cell division I discussed about mitosis and I have also given introduction regarding meiosis. So now I will give you enough idea, about brief idea regarding meiosis and different stages of meiosis. First of all, meiosis is a type of cell division which occurs generally in our gonads. Gonad means in male reproductive system, that is in testes, by means formation of sperm, and in female reproductive system it will occur in ovaries, means formation of ova. It will occur. Similarly, formation of pollen grains, formation of ovum in flower, it will also occur by the help of meiosis. Now, the meiosis cell division, after the end of the meiosis, 4 daughter cells will produce, but their number of chromosome half of their mother body. That's why already we learned that it is known as reductional division. Now in meiosis, what are the different stages are there? First of all, meiosis occurs by meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. So meiosis 1 and then followed by meiosis 2. What will occur? Meiosis 1, there is also prophase, and it is prophase 1. Then metaphase 1, anaphase 1, similarly telophase 1, and then also cytokinesis. Similarly, in meiosis 2, there are also prophase 2, then metaphase 2, therefore anaphase 2, then telophase 2, and at last cytokinesis. These are the different events of meiosis. Now prophase 1 under meiosis 1 is very important, because under prophase 1 there are also 5 steps are there. So under prophase 1 there are also 5 different steps. These are there, and these are starting from leptotin, zygotin, pachytin, diplotin, and diakinesis. So these are the different stages under meiosis types of cell division. There are 2 different parts. One is meiosis 1 and the second one meiosis 2. Under meiosis 1 there are prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1, telophase 1, cytokinesis 1. And under prophase 1 there are leptotin, zygotin, pachytin, diplotin, diakinesis. Therefore in meiosis 2 there are prophase 2, metaphase 2, anaphase 2, telophase 2, and at last cytokinesis 2. Means after, if there are 1 cell, so after the end of the meiosis 2 there will be production of 4 cells. Similarly, if there are 8 cells are there, so after meiosis there will be production of 8 into 4, means 32 cells. So these are the techniques in which with the help of meiosis cell division will occur. Now I will explain about the different stages along with its diagram. Now I am talking about meiosis, and under meiosis there is prophase 1, and in prophase 1 leptotin, zygotin, pachytin, diplotin, and diakinesis are there. So I am starting, first of all there is leptotin. What will occur in leptotin? Just think about the structure. So the structure of nucleus, within the nucleus, within the nucleus chromatin materials are present, and the dense nucleolus and the chromatin materials are present. That is the structure. But in the stage of leptotin, what will occur? In the stage of leptotin, ultimately within the nucleus, nucleolus is present, and therefore the chromosomes are arranged in this way, means they are uncoiled. These kind of structures are found in leptotin. Now I am pointing here, you know, that is nuclear membrane. It is nucleolus, and these are the structure known as chromosome. And within the chromosome, chromomeres are present. These are chromomeres present here. These are chromomere, means the parts, dot-like structure present in the chromosome. These are chromomere. Chromomeres are present here, and also centrosomes, which is present here, and division of centrosome will occur, means centrosome converted into centrioles, and it is ultimately located here. So the centrioles are present here. That is the structure of leptotin. Now what will occur in zygotin? In the next stage, means the stage that is in zygotin, what will occur? In the structure of zygotin, there will be also the nucleolus and also the centrosomes, which are already formed here. It is centriole, and it is forming the astral ray from here, and the nucleolus also present. And also one more thing which will occur here, homologous chromosomes are joined together, means they are making pair, means the black and blue, maybe the black is parental and the blue is maternal. So ultimately homologous pair of chromosome, homologous pair of chromosome means the chromosomes, those are ultimately equal in their shape and size, so they are making the pair. Similarly here also homologous chromosome. So the homologous pair of chromosomes, these are joined here, and the astral ray are forming here. Nucleolus is present, and the homologous pairs of chromosomes are present here. Look at the shape of the chromosome here. The blue shape, it is also joining with the black shape, because look at the structure, they both are same in their structure. So these are homologous pair of chromosome, and they are joining together in the stage of zygote. Now whenever they are joining together, after what will occur, they ultimately the chromosome get provided to each other due to development of nuclear protein between them. That is known as synaptonymal complex. How the chromosomes are joined together means how the chromosome are forming homologous chromosome, means the chromosome, it is chromosomes are forming, ultimately in between them a protein, that is the nuclear protein by which they are joining together. It is known as synaptonymal complex. So the protein which is forming in between them to join the homologous chromosome, it is known as synaptonymal complex. Synaptonymal complex. And here also the process by which the homologous pair of chromosomes they are joining together, it is known as synapsis. The process by which homologous chromosomes are joining together, it is known as the process synapsis. And also one more thing, that is bivalence or dyades. Means the part of homologous chromosome, means the chromatids of homologous chromosome, these are known as bivalence, or you can say that is dyades. So these are the characteristic features which will occur in zygote. In the stage of zygote, first of all, the ester will form. Similarly, homologous chromosome they are pairing together. Synaptonymal complex will form also, and also formation of synapses by the process in which the homologous pair of chromosomes are joining together, attached. They will get attached together. That is known as synapsis. And also, along with the synapses, there will be formation of bivalence, or there will be the formation of dyades. So formation of bivalence or dyades occurs also in the stage that is in zygote. So bivalence or dyades means if you take this homologous chromosome and if you segregate them, means these are the chromatids present here. These are known as bivalence or dyades. So that will also form in the stage of zygote. So the stage zygote is very, very important. Now I am drawing the stage of Pachytene. Now look at the structure here. After this stage there will be the chromosome. Those are homologous. Ultimately they have joined together. So look at the structure here. It is very, very important stage. Means that is the stage Pachytene which I am drawing now. It is zygote, and after that it is Pachytene. And in the stage of Pachytene, what will occur? So already you know in the stage of zygote already astral ray, centrioles, these are formed. Also nucleolus present. These are also similar along with this stage. But in this stage, what will occur? First of all, there will be crossing over, and there will be formation of tetrad, and there will be formation of chiasma. So the crossing over will occur. Also, there will be the formation of tetrad, and also there will be the formation of chiasma. First of all, see here. Suppose the black color which I have drawn here, it is the chromosome, and also another chromosome I have drawn here by blue, and they are homologous chromosome. So in this stage they will get attached, they will come together along with each other, and therefore they are changing their parts, they are exchanging their parts, they are exchanging few parts from their body, means the chromatids, they are exchanging their parts to form new characteristic features, to form new chromosome. Means if they exchange, means if the black color chromosome which I have drawn here, after the end of the crossing over, it looks like that. It will looks like that. Look at the structure here. From one arm, this chromosome get the new characteristic features from that chromosome, and also the part of that chromosome is going towards this chromosome. So ultimately they are exchanging their parts, that is crossing over. Whenever the chromosome, they are exchanging their parts to form new characteristic features, new types of chromosome. It is known as crossing over. The process crossing over will occur in this stage, means in Pachytene. It is very important stage under meiosis 1, prophase 1. In Pachytene, crossing over will occur. So this stage, important things, that is crossing over. And along with the crossing over, also tetrads will occur. Tetrads means, if you take this, just like the bivalents, just like the dyads, means if you think, if you take this chromosome, if I break down, so there will be 2 chromatids and 1 centromere. So these are no, and also from the blue color chromosome, there will be also 2 chromatids. So these are known as tetrads. So tetrads formation occur in this stage also. Along with the crossing over, there will be formation of tetrads, and also there will be the formation of chiasma. What do you mean by chiasma? Especially chiasma formation occur in this stage, but the chiasma formation occur based in diplotin stage. So what about chiasma? That I am telling you in the stage of diplotin. So that is the stage of Pachytene where crossing over will occur. Now in the stage of diplotin, what will occur? Ultimately in the stage of diplotin, this kind of X-like structure or K-like structure, this type of structure is forming here. Whenever crossing over will occur, they will come get each other, and therefore they will form a X-like structure. It is known as chiasma. So in the stage of diplotin, especially chiasma formation will occur, and synaptonymal complex will disappear completely in the stage of diplotin. So now here will be formation of chiasma in the stage of diplotin. Synaptonymal complex completely disappear. It will completely disappear, and what will occur? There will be terminalization. End of the chromosome, chiasma form, that is known as terminal chiasma. When the chromosome, just like end of the chromosome, chiasma will form. Just like end of the chromosome, end of the arm of the chromosome, chiasma will form. That is known as terminalization. So in this stage, terminalization will occur also. So terminalization is a very important term regarding the stage of diplotin, regarding the formation of chiasma. And also sometimes what will occur? Chiasma formed along with the length, interstitial chiasma. It is known as also interstitial chiasma. Whenever the chiasma is forming along with the length, sometimes just like the chiasma is forming along with the length, so it is known as interstitial chiasma. Just like in this way, whenever the chiasma is forming along with the length, it is known as interstitial chiasma. So the interstitial chiasma also forming here in this stage, that is the stage known as diplotin. Next is the last stage, that is that is diakinesis. In the stage of diakinesis, what will occur? After all, it is the last stage of prophase 1. Whenever in the stage of diakinesis, ultimately The chromosomes are here. That is the stage of diakinesis. Here the astral rays are formed, and also the nuclear spindles are forming. Also nuclear spindles are present here, and the chromosomes are also present here, especially the chromosomes which are forming chiasma crossing over, and nucleolus completely disappear in this stage. Nuclear membrane completely disappear in this stage. Spindle begins to form in this stage, and mainly terminal chiasma found. Easy to count number of chromosome in this stage. So it is easy, means the stage of diakinesis is very easy to count the number of chromosome in this stage. In meiosis, it is very easy to count the number of chromosome in the stage of diakinesis, and here also terminal chiasma is forming very much, and nucleolus, nuclear membrane completely disappearing here. So these are the characteristic features under diakinesis. So these are under prophase 1. Now what will occur in metaphase 1? So prophase 1, that is completed. Now that is metaphase 1. Just like in metaphase, in this stage, ultimately in metaphase what will occur, after all, as after diakinesis, ultimately in this region, centrioles are present and they are forming astral ray, and after that they are forming nuclear spindle here. Similarly in metaphase 1 also same types will occur, and the chromosome after crossing over which is formed, after exchanging their parts, the chromosome which is formed here, they are arranged in equilateral plate. Ultimately in equilateral plane they are arranged together. That is the characteristic features of metaphase 1. Just like the same in mitosis, but whenever you are drawing the chromosome, it will be just like after crossing over the chromosomes are formed, so it will be looks like that. So these are the characteristic features of metaphase 1. What will occur in anaphase? In anaphase, cell furrows will occur. So here also similarly same kinds will occur. That is metaphase 1. So in anaphase 1, formation of cell furrows and the asters, these are forming nuclear spindle, or the spindle fibers especially, these are formed. Few chromosomes are going towards north pole. These are the chromosome towards north pole it is going, and these are the chromosome coming towards south pole. So the chromosomes, they are going. And cell furrows means the, you know, in anaphase 1, whatever cell furrows or cytoplasmic constriction occurs. So cell furrows or cytoplasmic constriction occurs here. Chromosomes are going means chromosomal movement occurring here. That is the characteristic features of anaphase 1. And in telophase, what will occur? In telophase, cytoplasmic constriction, it will increase. Nuclear membrane reappearing, nucleolus reappearing. Chromosomes are coiling. Chromosomes are started to coil, and the cytoplasmic constriction, mainly the cytoplasmic constriction, after all it is increasing the cytoplasmic constriction, and therefore the nucleolus which are also present here prominent must be prominent here, and the centrioles which are disappearing start to disappear along with the astral ray. And in cytokinesis 1, after the telophase, in cytokinesis 1, formation of two daughter cell will occur along with its nucleus. These are the nucleus, and within the nucleus chromatin materials are present, and here it is cell membrane, it is the nucleus, it is also cell membrane, it is the nucleus. Two daughter cell are produced. It is cytokinesis 1. Next is prophase 2. Now prophase 2 easy, just like mitosis. What will occur in the stage of prophase 2? Same changes will occur, means within the nucleus, nuclear membrane disappearing, and the chromosomes are uncoiled. But whenever you are drawing, it must be the chromosome after crossing over, so try to change the color of it. So this kind of structure, that is in prophase 2. Also centrioles are present in two poles in prophase, and in the late prophase 2 the formation of astral ray, and also the nuclear membrane disappearing, nucleolus also disappearing. And after prophase 2, you know, in metaphase 2, in metaphase 2 also, these are the astral ray along with the centriole, and the nuclear spindle or the spindle fibers are forming. In metaphase 2 the spindle fibers are forming, and in the middle region chromosomes are lined in the equilateral plane. In the equilateral plane where the chromosomes are lined, these are in meta. So in metaphase 2, after all, these are the chromosomes, these are arranged in equilateral plane. So these are the characteristic features in metaphase 2, and therefore there will be anaphase. Just like the same stage, means the cytoplasmic constriction will occur, and here asters are forming, spindle fibers are present in the nuclear spindle, and therefore the chromosomes which are going towards North Pole, So chromosomal movements also occurs, and the cytoplasmic constriction means cell furrows are occurring in anaphase 2. So especially the chromosomal movement, and just like the same phases will occur in telophase 2 and cytokinesis 2. In telophase 2, cell furrows reappearing on nuclear membrane, nucleolus also reappearing, chromosomes are coiling here. These are the stages, and cytoplasmic constriction is very much more to occur, and therefore in cytokinesis 2, daughter cell will produce. So 4 daughter cell will produce in cytoplasm with the help of cytokinesis. So that is the end of meiosis. And this telophase 2. Now is a very important thing, that is significance of meiosis. Significance of meiosis is very important question, along with the significance of mitosis, and differentiate between mitosis and meiosis. Significance of meiosis, due to the meiosis, crossing over will occur, and due to crossing over, synapses will occur, and due to synapses, new characteristic features will come. Means the next generation will get new characteristic features, new characteristic chromosome. That's why variation will occur. Variation means new characteristic features we are getting, and man to man we are different characteristic features personally. So these are the variation, it will occur. And one more thing, one very much important thing, that is reductional division. There will be also reduction. That's why the number of chromosomes will primarily decrease. So new character is forming, crossing over is will occur. These are the significance of meiosis. Now I will tell you about just one thing, just is karyotype. What do you mean by karyotype? Karyotype means, karyotype is an arrangement of chromosomes from a cell based on their shape, size, and the position of their position of their centromere. Actually, it is a group of characteristics that identifies a particular chromosome set and is usually represented by a diagram, is called ideogram. Means with the help of the position of centromere, with the help of the shape and size of the chromosome, if I take a diagram, if I draw it, so that is the structure, that will be the diagram known as ideogram. And karyotype means the based on their characteristic features, based on their shape and size, we are identifying the chromosome. We are ultimately what we are doing, we are the arrangement of chromosome from a cell based on their shape, size, and the position and their centromere. The arrangement of chromosome, that is the karyotype, and the diagram, that is ideogram. These are some important things. So regarding cell, the topic completed. Now if you have any query, any doubt, you may ask me in the group, in my class. So thank you very much. Thank you, students.